I still get questions about the brass catcher that I'm using. It comes from Tactical Brass Recovery, and right now they're having a sale of 10% off plus free shipping through November 26th. Use coupon code CARPESUS in all caps. My hunt this evening was on a property where I killed a hog 5 nights ago. As you may recall, it came up out of a low spot and surprised me. And as I came over the ridge, I found a coyote gnawing on its carcass. I made a stalk on the coyote and unfortunately spooked it, and it took off. And this worked out well for me because when I returned to my high spot up on the ridge top, spied a hog just to the east of there, down in the little persimmon and oak woods next to a pond. It's a good ways away. It's a blind stalk, which means I lose sight of the hog on the way, but I use the raccoon biomonitoring system. They keep an eye on the hog, and I can keep an eye on them as I make my approach. As I stay up in the tree watching the hog, I know that the hog is still down somewhere on the other side from where I am. So here I'm making my final approach, looking to make sure nothing comes over the ridge, and I spy one target. Maybe it's a hog, maybe it's a deer. I'm not quite certain at this point. I think it's going to be the hog. I haven't seen any deer, but I'm not absolutely certain, so I'm going to watch it here for a second. I don't want to get any closer and spook it like I did the coyote. It's got a kind of slender looking nose at this point, so I'm thinking it might be a deer, but then it turns, looks more like a hog, and now I'm just waiting for confirmation. It moves up a little bit. That's definitely a hog. I take a couple of cleansing breaths to calm down. Safety off. And the hog goes right down at 140 yards. Turns out to be a nice 170-pound boar.
Optics provided by Third Coast Thermal.
The spear TNT bullet did its job, went in just behind the head, middle of the neck, exited out the other side with about 10 inches of penetration. And when all the activity calmed down, the raccoon biomonitoring system deactivated by itself. And about an hour later, spied some hogs out in the field out here. They disappeared behind that ridge before I got the video going. I made a stalk out to the far northeast end of the property. Found the group of hogs back in the woods. So I decided I need to move a little bit closer to make sure that they were on my side of the fence. On the way, spied this little bobcat. This bobcat watched me as I made my approach. And finally I got close enough to the hogs where I could see that they were definitely not on my side of the fence. So I tried using Vampigra. It's a piglet distress call to call them in. Bring them to my side of the fence so that I could shoot them. And unfortunately, it did not have the desired effect. None of the hogs responded appropriately. And as seen with this one right here, it takes off running, and the hogs disappeared. I hung around for about an hour and a half more, didn't see any hogs, and that ended it for the night.
Carpe sus, my friends.